Hello friends, welcome to the Tips and Tricks Wednesday show. And today will be a surprising one because we are going to talk about measuring tapes. As you know, I don't like to measure in general. I like to scribe pieces, so I think it is a better way to not make mistakes when you cut wood. But there are some instances that unfortunately we have to use measuring tapes. So I want to give you a couple of tips and tricks about measuring tapes. This is a 30-inch one. This is a really old 13 feet one, sorry, 13 inch. This is a 16-foot old, really old style one, which shows that if you take care of your tapes, they actually last a long time. And I even have an electric one. Now, even though I don't in general like to measure, you will be surprised how many measuring tapes I have. Now, a couple of the tips that relate to measuring tape is that you want to look at the construction. This, for example, is a very well constructed tape. And as you see here, it has a very positive, nice riveted end and edge. Now when you measure, in order to achieve good results, the idea is that you need to hook that end there, and then we are at 16 and 1/4. I don't know what.
About, yeah.
Also, you notice that most measuring tapes have that you buy in the United States, every 16 inches they have a marking, and that is because most construction requires the studs to be 16 off center, but on center, sorry.
On center. Mm-hmm.
But the mistake that people make sometimes, they think they make a better measurement by putting the 1 inch mark there and then calculating there that 17th and a 4th. But then after a while you forget that you added that. And it's always better to put your measuring tape on the hook. It is designed to do that, and actually most decent measuring tapes will have this as well. There's a little cut which is designed to catch on a nail head. I don't know if you knew that or not, did you?
Yep.
So also when you measure, always use the same measuring tape. Small variations between tapes can actually give you different results even if you use the measuring to an exact precision and you write down your measurements and things like that. But one of the problems that I had, and you can see this tape is the same as well, it has the nail hook and has the 3 rivets. In general, better quality tapes will have the 3 rivets. And this has 3 rivets, but only 2 are used, which I think is intriguing.
Mm-hmm.
It has 3 in the back, I guess, so it's okay. And this doesn't have every 16?
It does. It's just not as...
Oh, it's there, yeah.
It's just not as obvious as the
And
other
32,
one.
yeah.
The numbers are in red instead of having like a red surround.
And usually in the States, you will see 2 scales, and the top scale is feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the bottom scale is inches, right?
Well, no, the top is feet and inches. The bottom would be centimeters.
Centimeters? No, this is not the... Does it have both?
Yes.
I mean, I have one with centimeters, but I didn't thought this was the one.
Pretty sure.
Well, let's see.
Because this is 22, 23, 24 inches,
And what is
25
2, 3?
inches, 26 inches, 2 feet, 3 inches.
So tell me what you see in 1 foot, under 1 foot.
One is
Okay,
30. Mm-hmm.
So clearly I have 2 tapes, and I didn't realize that they are metric in
Both metric and standard, right?
And that is the point, and what I have in my title. I don't measure often, but when I do, I use metric. And the reason for that is because, contrary to popular belief, metric is much easier to calculate. For example, let's say that we wanted to cut this piece in half. We measure it, and you look at the top, it is what? 9 9/8? Or it is 25 centimeters. What is easier to divide by half? I think 25 centimeters, right?
Yeah.
So the reality is that because metric is divided by 10, when you especially need to divide things or to calculate small distances, the metric system gives you a much better reference than the imperial system that with 16ths and 8ths and 32nds and 38ths and what other delineations there are, it can become very complicated to add, subtract, multiply or divide. So I do like, and I have this is a very good tape, and if you see, actually it even has little magnets on the top, and that is very useful. As you can see now, it is held there. So if you have something metallic, it will hold itself, and that really helps you when you're by yourself. And it still, that actually has 4 rivets, so that's even a better one. This play that you see here, by the way, it's a calculated play. This is not a mistake, and a lot of people try to account for that. All of the tapes have it. So let me use another one to see that all of the plays. Oh, you see? And actually it is calculated in the dimension of the tape. So when we put it here, you need to pull it, and then this is 4, let's say 16 and 1/4. Now notice that if I go, the mistake that people go, you probably have to be very close up there. If I start there in the beginning of the tape, but I don't touch the end, I'm going to be off. I'm not going to be off by much, but I will be off. So one of the tips is you always need to go there, and you see, I don't know if the camera can show it, but this will move a little bit.
Good.
Right? But the tape is calibrated for that movement. So the tape is made for this movement to happen. So when you hook the tape, you pull toward you, but when you want to go the other way, you push. So what is, when we push, what is the distance? 24?
That's pull.
Yeah, I'm pulling.
And that's a 24 and an 1/8.
Now let's push. You mean 23 and 8?
Yeah, but you're,
Oh, I'm inside, yeah. But
you're inside, so 23 and an 1/8 makes sense.
yeah. Because that is, that's 1 inch there.
Yeah.
So you notice that, again, that's why I don't like those mental calculations, because when you push or pull and there is the width of the material, it changes the dimension, of course. But anyway, this is these are my tips on tapes. I do prefer metric tapes, and actually this is not metric, this is a dual tape. It has feet on top and meters on the bottom. And in case you didn't know it, because in Europe they don't build houses using wood frame, there is no delineation of the 16 foot or any delineation 16 inch or any delineation about the distance between studs, because they don't use studs there. They build their houses different. If you are buying a new tape, even if you decide not to buy a metric, which I strongly recommend, make sure to buy one with magnets. These are neodymium magnets. And as you can see, the tape holds quite strongly there. So tapes in general are not very expensive, but you do get what you pay for. You see, even this old one only has 2 rivets. It has been well used, as you can see. And that was at the time that the 16 centers were not marked as well. They were still marked. You see there is a double arrow here, and there will be a double arrow in 32.
And it's red. The numbers are red.
Right. And or the other numbers are black. So every tape you will buy in the North America will have that delineation because it is a standard and most building codes require it. But these are my quick tips on how to use a measuring tape correctly, and I hope, friends, I hope you enjoyed this short episode about measuring, and it answered most of your measuring questions. Again, I prefer not to measure, but I prefer to scribe instead, because I always get better results doing so. In fact, I think most of the times when we measured, we made a mistake, haven't we? And the only times that we'll do a measuring, you don't agree?
I think it depends on our project.
Most of the times I will measure because I need to build something that fits in a space, right?
Right.
But any other time I really do not measure. I will cut something and then I will use that something as the measure for the rest of the things. I think it's better and more accurate. If you enjoyed this short episode, please smash that like button. If you didn't, I hear a vicious rumor that the other button works as well. Share, comment and subscribe to our channel if you are not subscribed already. And I will see you on Sunday with another build. Take care.